Welcome to the Brighton scenario for the AO Redone modded 1940 playthrough. This is going to be my third attempt at this scenario. The first time I just sort of placed the units down, assuming that I could shuffle them around and replace them as needed in wherever it was that fires started popping up. Essentially, they started popping up everywhere, and I had to adjust my my deployment and unit structure. I had deployed a lot of J-88A bombers in hopes of doing damage to the British Navy, and they didn't really do much, at least the non-experienced ones. You need J-88A bombers, but you need heroes on them as well. So then I said, you know what, forget this Navy thing. I don't care about those heroes. Maybe I'll just summon, like heroes up with the the console, just carry on and forget the Navy thing like I always do. And then I played it and I won, but it didn't feel quite right. So maybe I'll come back and do it again and try to get the heroes and save the ships that that are required, the capital ships. This briefing is going to detail that the invasion is not going well, and there are a lot of units on this field here. There's a lot of naval units. We need to save the the capital ships, 5 of them. And it's about the size of it, really. There are going to be units essentially everywhere. We're not going to acquire any special aircraft. I promoted an outstanding officer. It was lightning attack is what Gemini gave me. So let's run that tape. All right, took out the artillery support and let's check lightning attack. I have never gotten a phased movement ever. I keep waiting and waiting and waiting, waiting and waiting. I'm not exactly how sure well this is going to work out either, really, but I figure if I give the enemy something to chew its teeth into with these no experience 222 cars, it probably won't even attack because they're not really worth much prestige. It's going to bombard pricey targets where it can get the most for value for its money, but at least these things can perhaps attract the ire of ground units if we try to take out the recon cars, and there are a lot of them. I put these camoed anti-tanks out. There's this other anti-tank unit that's horrifically expensive. It's 900 prestige. We have the exterminator hero on this thing. It can down the Gaul rather readily. Once he gets down to below half strength, this unit will get a +5 attack rating, which would juice it to what is 33, right? And it's 3.5 stars. I trained it up at Jersey training scenario. We have camouflage here on this 152. We have +3 rounds as well. I was thinking of taking the lethal off the 152, although I don't see how that's really a great idea, as we need to destroy as many units on our turn or the defense version of our turn, as a phase of our turn as possible, as there are a lot of units on the board. I have this unit, which is our primary bomber, with a double attack, lethal, rapid fire, and lightning attack. It should do some serious damage to capital ships. This thing, it has shock tactics, cheap replacements, and various, defensive, well, really not much, just learns from mistakes, and then this aggressive counterattack. But it can pin even a naval unit. The shock tactics will pin one of those capital ships so it can't progress toward our capital ships, which can be useful. So maybe I'll just use this thing for pinning as opposed to destroying, and leave the decimation to the JU-88A. How well any of this works, I have serious doubts about it. I brought out this other no experience tank. It's a D tank. It has no steamroll. I'm going to try to get it overruns. I plan on sort of being around in this area here and taking a horrendous amount of fire from the battleships. Actually, we're going to be around this area. I want to swing forward and take this this airfield. That is doable, but you take a horrendous amount of naval fire. Luckily, we have quite a bit of prestige. I may buy a victory here. We'll probably saw through a fair clip of it, repairing all these various units. I put the flame Panzer back back in storage. I left the E-tank at home. These things are limited parts. The flame Panzer, we only have 5 spares. The E-tank, we have quite a few, and then I downgraded this H-tank, which is our dual support, hard and soft, from an H to a G, so I can replenish the numbers in an unlimited fashion, so I won't run out of parts. Because these guys tend to bombard a lot, and I mean some serious bombardment comes from the British Navy. They can't bombard what they don't see, and they can't see that either. This one, maybe I'm going to keep it up in this area here, and tag around with our Grenadier, who has overrun and fast deployment, and our singular 0 slots. Maybe if he can sort of stall the enemy in this forested area and stop their advance from this area here through this road, we'll just have to deal with less units coming up our 6, as it were, down this road, etc., et al., accessing our airfields and whatnot. So there's a massive group here as well. I don't really know how many, let's just say a lot. So maybe if we just leave singular recon car here, let's say, or even we could put there we go, yeah. We could put I want to keep this. Do I even need this thing on the field is what I want to know. Do I even need it on the field is the question. Rapid fire hit and run lightning attack. What do I care about lightning attack? I don't. I think we can take the exterminator off of this thing. Leave it at home as well. It's horrifically expensive, and we don't really have all that many parts for it as well. It doesn't have camouflage. It'll be bombarded by the naval forces. It's going to cost a lot of prestige, and it may well run out of parts quite literally by the end of the scenario. So maybe we'll leave him at home and free up 6 more slots. And the Gaul will show up at some point. It'd be sort of funny to put the exterminator on our Grenadier, but the problem is that de Gaulle de Gaulle often will go to close terrain hexes, which would be forests and cities and such. But the moment I put the exterminator on our Grenadier, he'll just sit right here, right in this clear hex, and I won't be able to do a blessed thing to him. So we'll shelve that and go with the sure thing. Exterminator on our Verdage tank with tank killer. So that will put this unit's hard attack at 25 with the 5 for the tank and 5 for the exterminator, plus another 2. It's 27. With rapid fire, That should get it done. I think in Epsom, de Gaulle will be at a 20 consolidator, Valentine. And in this scenario, say Valentine is a good at defense, but it can't be all that good. Let's give it say an 18. I have no idea what it is actually. I could find out, but say 18 and then it goes down to 1. So that's 14, 32. So our 27 off of 32 will with the 23 attacks, we'll surely get the 1 point. Or more. Or many, actually, probably. Well, 3, 4, who knows how many. Whatever the case is, we'll be able to get it done. So I'll not worry. I'm probably... let's upgrade this E-tank to a G-tank. And paint it non-greenish color, so... Deploy it. And then we'll have it tag around with our Grenadier. Maybe put it in an open hex. And then we can have one of these camouflaged 15 Pack 36s back either of them up. We didn't do that? Alright, so these three, I'm not really holding my breath for how long they can survive, but who knows? Who knows, really, I suppose. I could plop down another anti-air. It could turn to artillery and support the anti-tank against infantry should they engage it or find it. It's probably not a poor idea. It just sort of needs slots is what we need. We need units on the field. Give the enemy something to shoot at other than our primary units. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. Let's see. So those three are going to be up in this area here. As to how long they can hold off, again, I'm not really holding my breath. If we send our 152 down here and it's found, it will be brutally bombarded by the enemy, as well as attacked by various sorts here. That doesn't mean we shouldn't do it, it just means we should be careful. So let's do that. I took the no retaliation off of this 8 rad. As the end tank has been a chronic underperformer, so now it should. Its initiative is so poor that it strikes second most of the time. So now it doesn't matter whether it strikes second or not, because all of its attack will go through before the enemy is able to fire, which generally ends up being a horrific amount of damage, especially with the butcher characteristic. That's going to be a 21 with rapid fire and ignores entrenchment. This thing should be a different unit, as in like a killing machine essentially. We're going to find out if that's true, but I'm pretty sure that it is true. So we have this other auto surrender. I suppose we could put it up here with this group and make it more formidable. Actually, maybe we could put you up there and put this armor killer and such down here, as this is going to be the main focus. We really want to get to this airfield so that we can extend our range of our primary killing machine, which would be this bomber, at least relative to the bonus objective of saving our navy. We're going to deploy these fighters forward, and those bombers are going to have to be up at that other field, as there's really no other place to deploy them. So we have this camouflage. We'll send them down. Let's see, we'll put them on the road. Why not do that? And then we have a totally green tank. No, it doesn't even have an overrun. But we're going to try to get him some. We'll just plop him down here. This dual support man. We can go like that, or maybe like this. And we'll see about the Verdage here. Maybe we can put a couple of these. We'll put one of those units there. You know, put one of these wheeled units here. They won't move far if they're not on a road. Yeah. And we'll put one here as well. Why not put it there? Here's even better. And we'll put we'll put one here as well. I think there's some heroes I need to deploy. I'm pretty sure it's going to tell me. Yep. Let's see if we can torque this out somehow. We have quite a few actually heroes. So field repairs. What do we want to field repair? Do we have room here? We don't. This unit, probably not a bad candidate for field repairs. He sort of can go around and do his defensive stuff, and as long as I don't attack, he'll repair a pip. That sounds reasonable as not. And then, let's see. These guys are, I think, mostly filled up. This unit has nothing. It's experienced, has a 3G. Suppose I could put Vigilant on this support tank. That sounds quite reasonable. Do we need first strike on that? I don't know. I don't know. It's a support tank. That'll probably mean they won't attack it, which is good news. So what do we have here? We have ignore zone of control and lightning attack. We'll have lightning attack maybe here as well. Learns from mistakes indeed. We'll have a lightning attack instead. Let's see, we have learns from mistakes or some such here. Why not do that? And a couple of zone of control heroes wouldn't hurt for these recon cars. Anti-tank vehicles, alright. Okay, and then we have resilient. Why not put it down there? That should do it. Let's go. We've done it. Okay, so we can scout this area. How far can we support our... So we don't want to go any further than here with our recon car. We found them. I don't think there's any way we can get at, even if we change to longer range. We can't. But we can swing up this way and away from the deep ocean or whatnot here and help with this activity. So there's no need to change quite yet. You can move further or you can fire further. So, I wonder if we could go here and overrun. Look at that, we can do it. 0-10. Yeah. Let's see. We can send half of our unit here. Roll right up there. And grab our first overrun. At the end of this campaign, you can pay a couple of commendation points for some, I think, Italian items. There's a nice flame tank that you can upgrade to this can be upgraded to a flame tank, and if it already has overrun, the thing will essentially go on a rampage in the last scenario and the opening series of 1941 as well. Anyway, so that's the point there. If we can get it overrun, we can concentrate on that, and we won't have to search for an overrun for these flame tanks. And this that was the point of training them up in Jersey as well, is to promote them up to flame tanks. Whatever the case is or is not regarding that, let's see. We can surrender. What do we have here? How about our new no retaliation end tank? That's more like it. That's a lot more like it. Let's see about you. 6 and 3. Let's see here. Zon 11. Let's see. The end tank can go up to 12 points, I see. I wonder if the end tank retreated this guy off of there, whether we could get another overrun from him. Well, that's nice. That's nice. Let's see what's down in this direction here. There's no rush. 4 of what not here. Let's see. 215 is what it says. You can surrender him for a 7-4. That's a bad idea. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves left, so we can go there and then into the bush. Why not do that? Why not do that? How can you get... we can go in the bush. We will. We will do it. We can't go forward again? There's no force march. No. That's no problem. How far can you go? You go right here. Swing right forward there. Uh-oh. 3 of 3 there. How about you? Put some points in that thing there. Can this unit make it by our tank's zone of control? No, it can't, so it won't find this anti-tank there. So we'll not have any concern about that at all. Can this guy attack? No, he won't put any points into our G-tank at all. So we're happy. So, back to the business at hand here. The new and improved end tank. Let's pop that guy there. 14 points, you say. I wonder what would happen if we moved forward here. 15 points. Is it true? 14.999. Now that's the end tank I know. Let's see here. That's another 12 points right there. Five and 6. Fine, we can go. We don't need any trouble. We'll go up here. Zot this guy as well. And the end tank is going to have no rounds left, but this bridge engineer will probably get some ideas, but little do they know. That we are going to put some serious hurt in these guys. Let's see if we can move this guy. That we'd want him to retreat here so that we can grab an overrun on his time. The question is, how do we get that done? We have 1 move left. Maybe we should be happy right here. We can swing down like so. We'll go right there in the close, take that flag. Zot that guy for 13 points. The end tank will be completely out of rounds, making it look like an extremely attractive target, I must say, really. So if we go like that, these guys will probably go. If I can go like this, I can go like that and then like that. So we'll go like that. We'll move our camoed anti-tank up here and have 2 camouflage backups for the Sen tank, which may even get this guy out of his city, up there looking for some action, hopefully. We'll back both of our camoed up with our dual support G tank. And that leaves this guy and our recon cars. Well, that's about the size of it there. These recon cars are going to take some damage. They don't mind because they can move and repair. These two can, if they take some damage, they can run off and retreat. They have no experience. If they should get killed off somehow, I'll just build another one, send them out. Do we have the range? We don't. Do we want this guy bombed? Not really. Could decimate this guy. His home guardsman. This area is probably going to be the most problematic, if I had to say. Let's see here. What happens here? 1 and 2. Alright, so 2 and 7. 0 and 2. Let's put it to this guy. We'll de-entrench this home guardsman as well. Let's see, we'll go up here. These guys have no air cover, unfortunately. Now these guys going to bombard our navy this turn? I doubt it. So this thing can turn. I think it can switch, increase its range considerably. The Hood and the King George. Or the Prince of Wales there, let's see. We want to stay as far perhaps out of trouble as we can, particularly our aircraft carrier. Now this Admiral Hipper will go up here. Let's get the Bismarck up in this direction. Our other capital ship up there. We'll go right here as well. We'll try to stay out of trouble with these ships as well. Will they bomb them? Maybe they will. Maybe they will. I'm going to take some fire. We have this anti-air there. Put you right over that recon. And we'll go right up here as well. Call it a turn. This is going to be a very long scenario, as as I said earlier, there are a lot of units here. They've already laid in. I see. To our bomber corps. Now that guy was supposed to be fresh to lay into the hood or the principal whale, or yep. Boom! That was a 0-round end tank. We boomed that guy as well. If there were only more. We have 8 rounds on that artillery piece, the 152. Let's see. There we go. They've already begun the bombardment activities. So we're down one recon plane. It was here, right? It was. And so what do we have here? Boom. Let's see, we got this guy here. It's probably worth a truckload. Speaking of a truckload, he has a truck. 158 plus 119. We can auto surrender him for virtually no damage. Boom. Let's see this guy's story here. Look, I found a tank. 2 and 5, I see. Let's roll forward here, establish some sort of recon bonus. We're going to end up here irrespective of much of anything. We have the zone of control hero here. We're going to roll up and put it to that tank, hopefully overrun him somehow. I don't know how we're going to do it as yet. We're going to go up here, overrun this guy here. The rascal is in a close hex? No, he's in the countryside now. We're going to proceed into the enemy city, overrun this guy. 5 points. Why did we do that? I don't know. We need to do some damage to that unit. There's 5. There it is, 5 points, all right. We also need to find out what goes on down here. Maybe we can bomb some of these guys or shoot at them. Let's see. We've got to do an unauspicious start for sure. Can we support that? We can do it. Let's see if we can bomb any of these battleships. We're out of range still. That doesn't mean we're lost. Let's get it configured for long-ranged fighting. We can let loose here. How about you? Four and 3, 0, 3. I've had it with that fan. I just changed the setting for 85 degrees. I'm going to set it for 100%, and hopefully it will never make that noise ever again. I'm not holding my breath on that bit though. How about you? Nothing. You? Let's see, we'll go here. We can't do anything. The Bismarck goes up here. Probably going to take some fire from this thing. 3 and 4. The HMS Admiral Hood, I see. We need to get our capital ships out of this thing's arc. This thing as well, probably going to do even more damage. And there's no way to down the thing. 0 and 3 is not worth our while. Let's see here. We can pound some of these guys and then get some overruns and such going. Let's see what we can do. Boom, another overrun here. Let's see. Overrun number 2 there. Let's see, we can go down here and overrun that unit. We want to proceed forward here to this airbase. Let's see. We have one anti-tank here. These guys there as well, I assume. That'll surrender him. 2 and 3. We switch places like that. and 5. Roll up here, get another overrun there. It's a recon car. I don't like recon cars because they can discover our camo traps. So we'll pop in from afar, roll up there, get another overrun on his dime, and then think this matter over. We'd really want this guy to go away. Really, I can surrender him, but it's going to cost us. Well, what will it cost us, though? I don't know. We're not any closer to our airfield there, that's for sure. What if we go like here? 4 and 3. That should do it. Let's send one of these guys up here. Swing this guy forward there. I see. We want to really get closer in a close-knit group as to our air cover. We'll be better off that way. All right. So what happens? 11 points. Let's see. You a 7 of 7. This unit can make it there, so we'll merge back up here. How far can you go? Right here. How about you? Right there. Which means we would have to assume that this unit is going to disappear. Which is a fair assumption, really. Unfortunately for me, we only have 3 moves left, so we can get there, and that's where I want the end tank. If we put the anti-tank there, I prefer the Verdage. We're able to go here. Actually, he can. But the Verdage will have to take the overrun and then move forward, as opposed to the end tank taking the overrun. I see, I see. No one's going to take any overruns. As the... Oh boy. How about you? You can do it. You're vigilant, right? He's vigilant. You can go right here. Three points, right? 3 points. We should have done this first. We sure should have. How about you? Well, there we have that. There we have that, yeah. Let's see what goes on here. We could go forward for more action. Why not go for some more action? How far can you go? You can go right up here. That'll put us on 2 fronts, where we really don't much want to be. Yeah. Maybe always pull back. Let's roll up here. Heal up. We'll go up here as well, and think this matter over, I suppose. Let's go right there. We'll pop this guy. Maybe he heals up and maybe he doesn't. We'll go right here. Heal up. We took a point. We did. We're going to repair these units completely. 4 points, 4 points. 4 points. Sounds good. Let's go like this. We'll go right up here as well. Let's see. We'll go we want with these units, the enemy will just spawn again. That's the problem. Let's see. We can go down here and cover our, double cover our bases here. We would want to go up here and cover these guys as well. Heal you up. Swing, we can go forward here. Let's see you. Go there. Go forward there. Heal up, we're good there. I think everything is in order. I'm going to play this scenario slower than I usually would because you don't even want to know what's here. There's a lot of units there, I'm sure. Or here as well, we all know. Anyway, anyone who's played this scenario, they found our anti-tank already somehow. How have they done it? We've been discovered here as well. A couple of recon cars on the advance scene. How have they found our anti-tank? I don't know. I don't know. They went right for it. Someone, right for the end tank. Double dose. Poor D tank. Our anti-air weapon. The end tank as well. 2 and 0. Well, we need to call up a new scout plane here. Place it right there. Now, how in the hell did these guys find our anti-tank? This is a Sterling bomber. It was the first one to arrive there, and none of these are scout planes. This one doesn't, so far as I know, have any scouting ability. Nor do you, or you. So how did they know? Well, that's a mystery. We'll not worry about exactly how. The boom. Let's take this scout car out here. There's a Vickers anti-air gun. We can swing the non-business half back. Attack this unit here and surrenderize him. We can, well, we can heal you up for a point, remerge, and then redeploy. 12 points. Is it true? 11.78. Well, true or not, it's going to get done. Let's see here. 1 and 5. 1 and 5 again. I wonder, we go forward here, and armor could put some pain into our grenadier, but we'll have backup from this anti-tank. This thing can't get around the side there because of the zone of control. It will end up in the close if it wants to take that city, and if it attacks into either of these hard targets, they'll be backed up by our anti-tank. So we'll heal, we'll repair that unit. All we need to do is let's see. Oh, look at that. We're within range. The HMS Hood. It's fitting that it's the first one to go. We took a point somehow. Don't know how. I didn't pay as much attention perhaps as I could have. Let's see. We have probably some other action going on around here. Let's see. Who are you? It's a county class cruiser, I think. I think these things can swap out. And this is a triple class destroyer. What does it mean here? 6 and 1. 4 and 3. 4 and 3, I see. This thing clearly is not going to stand for much of any of it. 0 and 1. 6 and 1. Can down one of our glorious capital ships just like that. Well, let's see. So we can blow this thing up, but then this thing will be right up in it there. We don't need help with this effort here. Something like that. 5 points, is it true? 4.99, what not? Let's do it, Have the end tank and then heal him up completely for 500 and some odd. Let's see here, 13 points. 9 points. We'll go down this road here. Let's see. Go down that road, put 5 points into that bunker. I wonder, there's no way that these Navy guys can see. What's the spotting on these planes? Maybe, or ships. Maybe that's how they spotted our S2. How did they find this guy? I don't know. Well, we seem to be in a decent holding pattern. We're not really able to do much of anything, but we don't really care either. Let's see. 18 points. Just another couple of points is all that we really need. We're vigilant. Can go up here on this hill. Apply some damage. 8 points there. Go to this airfield there. We can redeploy our shock tactics. Hold on a moment. Speaking of shock tactics, I see he's out of range. So we'll go here. And then we can let's see. We can switch to a different variety of movement. Pull way in the hell back and see what happens. As I said, I think we can buy this scenario. We'll buy those 2 heroes with our prestige horde. Maybe this King George, what's this? Prince of Wales wants to follow this group. If he does, he'll get some damage done, all right, that's for sure. We have field repairs here. Yes, I think we do. We go forward here. Now, first things first, we'll go forward here. And we can go, we can't go underneath this guy. Apparently, we can't move there. We just have to attack him. Well, here is as good as any other. Perhaps it's even better. Only problem is this unit is exposed. So, well, maybe they bomb him and maybe they don't. We'll go right here. Why should I attack? I'm not going to. These units are protected. We have our camouflaged 152 right there. Uh-oh. The 152 was not supposed to go there, though. Okay, so... Well, that's even better. Even better. We'll go here. Then we'll pull back here. That means these guys will have to break entrenchment or whatnot, and if they want to attack our recon car or our Verdage. The Verdage has a double support anti-tank artillery and the camo anti-tank artillery. If they tangle with the Verdage to get their airfield back, it's going to get ugly for them. So next turn we can shock tactics this unit to stop its advance toward our fleet, and then or we could just outright sink it if it's in range. We'll find out. What are we going to find out here? You will find out that we're happy. We're happy. Let's see what goes on here. Nothing. We'll heal up. I think that's it. Next turn. Right back for more. Usually they forget from time to... Uh-oh. Yeah, forgot to do that, huh? That's a bad idea. It's a bad idea against the British. So much for our plans. We're going to use that unit next turn. They found our camouflage guy as well. Our 152 is taking fire. How do they do that again? I don't know. Have some submarines now. That's at least 2 turns down. Luckily he has survivor. Well, that would have probably been the end of him. Really need to be more attentive. I think it's this whole naval game that's got me off my... I have very bad luck with naval engagement. How did they see that camouflage? Oh, they have a recon car. Okay, I'll buy that. Boy. I think our capital ships are going to get sunk because our bomber took so much fire. I could have sent this unit out, this one right here. It was free. Wanted to heal him for 1 point. Forgot the bomber was out there all by himself. He got +1 ground defense. Oh, he's trapped as well. Okay, we can heal him up. That is another really annoying aspect of this particular the algorithm or the way that this game's programmed. You cannot trap an air unit like that. It's not possible. Okay, that's a huge problem. This guy is going to start doing fire to our capital ships. Yeah, I left my whole crux of my plan right out there just by his lonesome and involved with other stuff. That's a restart. Well, I played a quick play up until the end of or beginning of turn 3. It's a little bit different, but mostly the same. I arranged to play almost exactly the same, but just stuff happened, I guess. The hood is not gone, as we didn't go chase it down. I put some points here. I think we can put it away, I think, with the Bismarck for free, is with no damage. And then you, let's see here what we can do there. So 1 point there. 1 point there. Apparently it's in fast movement mode, so we can switch to, yeah, 3 points. Can we get double attack? I think we lost one switching over, unfortunately. Yeah, that must be true, yeah. And we're not doing anything at all there. Down one scout plane. We are not going to leave an unattended bomber ever again. Really shouldn't do it ever, especially against the British. Well, not ever, but against the British for sure, as they will down it quickly. Let's see, 12 points. Is it true? It's as true as it was last time. Let's see. Can we surrender you? We can't. We can't surrender you either. We can surrender you though. We'll get that guy off of our back. Let's see. We'll go like that. Surrenderize that unit. Swing forward here. Repair. Merge back up. Repair here. Okay, so we'd want to surrenderize this one, or straight up overrun him. But we're very busy down here, very busy. 2 and 4. Let's see. 2 and 3. Let's see. Let's see. We also have no idea what's going on over here. We're going to find out. There seems to be quite a bit going on there. Unfortunately, really the only thing we can do is down the hood. To what end, really? What is it going to do? Some damage. We can pull back like so, get our capital ships out of Dodge. I don't think we're doing anything here. Nothing there either, so we'll give these guys something to shoot at with our destroyers. And let's see here. I see. 10 points. Is it true? It is. We'd really want to take this base. 0 and 6. Let's send the end tank up there. And send you here. It's the same thing we did last time. Work then is hopefully work now as well. 13 points. Where are we going to put our 152? I think in theory I'm going to put it right here, right? It's exactly where it was the last time. We'll have to, we can heal you completely out. We can heal you. We may as well repair you. Let's go forward here, overrun that. We'll take over that field. Swing up here. go down here same as we did last time. So this is essentially the story of what happened last time. It's about the same or thereabouts. These guys have still inexplicably discovered our anti-tank there. But we're going to be happy to saw through some prestige and gain some experience, etc. And then we can, first thing we can do is get this first strike unit here. So if they attack it, it'll first strike, which means that they will take quite a bit of damage. And then we can move both of these units closer to the action surrounding our first strike fighter. We can move you down here. Move you down here. This one has hit and run, which means that they could attack it, but it has +3 air attack and a fair clip of initiative as well from the Galland unit, so it defends itself reasonably well. Let's see, 88 of 88, and then I note that you guys have no air defense, none whatsoever. We're going to take some fire. Be happy about it. Next turn. Go right for him again. Okay, so this guy's spotting is probably 3. No, not you. Well, we'll check after. Taking some random damage, but the enemy's not advancing. We have some subs that just showed up. I think these are ranged. I think they have a 1 range, I'm not sure. Right for a bomber. Probably should have put more support behind that and moved our second fighter instead of that shock tactics bomber there. Oh well. Right for the end tank again, yeah. Well, they've fallen in love with the end tank. More power to them. Uh-oh. Yikes. Does the end tank survive the British Navy? +2 ground defense should help. I'd like to heal it right now, but who knows? Maybe there's okay, maybe they can go and overrun something that I don't really know of quite as yet. Who are you? 4 and 1, I say. 4 and 1. 2 and 3. Where's our other 4 and 1? You 0-3 and 0-5. Yes. 2 and 3. We do not want this thing advancing in this direction. The problem is we can. Is there a problem? I don't know. 2 of 7, 2 of 7. If we were just at 100% strength, I'm almost 100% sure we could down this thing. But we're going with this. We'll get some aiming assistance here. We're going to pin this thing here as well. 2 of 8. 6 points has survived it. So this unit can't go anywhere. We're protecting both those bombers. We're happy. As for this unit, there's nothing really much that can be said to him. I suppose we could do some damage to him. Completely suppress him. Which means he would not fire back. 0 points, I see. Well, we'll try anyway. Only 2 points, I see. So that's still 4 and 1. Still 4 and 1. Still 2 and 3. All right. Still 2 and 3. Well, I'm gonna take some points out of this Prince of Wales here. Let's see. Who knows what this thing does? I don't know. We're not going to go 4-1 though. That's what I do know. Let's roll here. This unit is not going anywhere. It's been pinned with shock tactics. Looks good. At least at sea, sort of. It's not a disaster. As for this area here, yeah, there's no real reason to go much of anywhere. We have a proper recon car there. I'd like to get rid of him, but how to do that exactly, I have no idea. We could bomb him, but we don't have any. We're busy with the Navy. As for you, let's see here. 12 points. 11.6 whatnot. Well, we'll try it. We've done it. 8 points now. 8 points there as well. Well, we're happy enough. There's nothing to surrender, unfortunately, here, so I wonder really if we should proceed in this direction. Maybe try to surrenderize one of these guys, break open something in some way. Let's do that. We'll go back up here to trade places there. Let's go like that. We can heal you up as well. This unit will swing up here. And let's see, we'll heal you up, and well, we sort of know what's going on here, really. We could go like so, and have one less attack vector for our either of these two units, as well as maintain that recon range of sight there. So what's your spotting? Spotting of 3. 1, 2, 3. So they can officially, legally see our anti-tank now. We're happy enough. Let's see. 12 points. Do we need to do anything? No. What's this guy doing here? 2 points. Let's see. We could go down there. 5 points. 11 points. The truth of the matter is, I'm fairly content right here. We have field repairs here. Right? We do. We have it. So there's nothing else to do. All of our units have moved, played, or yep, next turn. Something keeps... Oh, it's you. It's you. Really should take that thing out at some point. The question is how to do it exactly. They keep bombarding the ignores entrenchment to rapid fire and tank to oblivion, so going up there and dispatching that thing is easier said than done. Yikes. Yeah, that's what no experience 222 car in mid 40 gets you. Oh! Well, that makes me considerably less enthusiastic about playing this this scenario as it. Yeah, I'm sure there's a way, but that's the end. The end. All right, I gave it another shot. That's going to be the end of this particular playthrough. I recorded the second time through the one where I actually won, but just completely ignored the navies and whatnot. I think I'll publish that and just probably. Well, I could frustrate. Here's my rationale. I want those heroes. There's no way I can have them unless I like learn to mod this LUA or jump through a hoop like that as well. I don't want to jump through the hoop, but personally, I don't think that these heroes should be gated behind this impossible mission. It's not impossible because people do it regularly. Impossible for my mindset because I hate naval stuff. So I don't want to deal with the Navy, but I have to deal with the Navy. So this, I don't feel for me that this is a good fit for those heroes to be gated behind a victory at sea for a land-based combat game. I've had a thing with like not liking naval combat for just about as long as I can remember in gaming, and this is no difference. It's just made my prejudice against naval combat and wargaming even worse than it already was, and it was already pretty bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to proceed to Epsom with the previous save from the victory, and that was just land-based and completely ignored this naval stuff, and summon up I believe a fast deployment for that I'll keep slaved to an artillery piece that I'll probably never use. I won't be able to partake in the +3 range or the +1 ammo, and I think that range and ammo really is only useful for, I think one of the 17 centimeters gun in this mod has a 7 range. If you plop it on a hill and put Elsa Kloss on it and put that hero on it, and then put, like, I think there's another one that increases the range by 2 or whatnot in 1944, is it, or 5? It could be like a death machine, essentially, with, I don't know, a lot of rounds. You just sort of move it with a fast deployment. You could go from hill to hill and essentially neutralize any and all artillery fire. I'll not be able to partake of that, but then again, I probably wouldn't partake of it anyway. So what I'm saying is that the +1 range and the +1 ammo from that artillery hero is probably less than useful to me, which means all that would be useful would be the fast deployment, which I'm going to summon up via console, because I'm just going to say that those heroes showed up and they were so happy that the Navy was destroyed and we never have to think about naval stuff ever again. But they didn't show up in their pristine form. They showed up in a console form. And I think the other one is an anti-tank hero with fast learner. I'll have to forego that. But I think it's a fast deployment and rapid fire ×2. I can only console up the rapid fire ×1.5 and the fast deployment. And I'll slave them to a anti-tank unit or anti-air unit as required. And that's going to be my solution to this Kobayashi Maru for me. Kobayashi Maru is a Star Trek training scenario where they war game against, an impossible foe to defeat. I know it's not impossible because people do this all the time. They like it, they revel in it. As I said previously, I'm not a naval man, not a big fan of naval combat. That's why I play Panzer Corps and not Naval Corps. That's my spiel. It's not really so much of a rant. I'm sure a lot of people find this enjoyable. I'm not one of them, and I'm going to go with my workaround. I hope to see you in episode.